Hi, my name is Ross from Loot Audio, and today we have the second installment of our product roundup series, this time focusing on plugins. The previous video in this series showcased some great contact libraries, so make sure to check that out if you haven't already. First up, we have Simple Concept by Krotos Audio. Simple Concept is the perfect gateway instrument for beginners and experts alike. For beginners, it's a straightforward yet perfectly competent synth engine that puts production of professional sounding synths into the palms of anyone. For the more experienced, Simple Concept presents itself as a sensible source of inspiration that sits comfortably between the convenience of synth loops and the flexibility of advanced synth plugins. It's easy to question the need for an instrument like Simple Concept when traditional synth plugin presets are in such great abundance. Despite complex synth presets being a great option for finding interesting sounds, adjusting these presets to better suit your application still requires spending time wading through countless knobs and buttons. By substituting the macro parameters for those best suited to the preset you have selected, Simple Concept ensures instant, appropriate amendments can be made while inspiration is still ripe. Achieving a first-class synth sound that organically nestles its way into your track is as effortless as it is impressive. Once you feel you've exhausted the fantastic array of sounds, of which there are many, Simple Concept's bigger brother, the logically named Concept, provides an ideal upgrade path ready to fulfill your need for more of Krotos's exceptional design. When all said and done, no one wants to be scrolling through endless lists of presets, wasting time that is better spent working on the music itself. Simple Concept's solution to this issue is both extremely elegant and remarkably effective. Production newcomer or industry veteran, this is a must-have tool. Offering an even deeper solution to the producer's equivalent of writer's block is Audio Modern's critically acclaimed MIDI effect plugin, Riffer. Featuring both standalone and plugin variants, Riffer quickly becomes the go-to option in a multitude of production scenarios. Riffer's main functionality focuses around the automatic generation of melodies and riffs. Simply select the key you're working with before hitting the randomize button to create the foundations for a melody. The sequence can then be refined by either manually altering the MIDI data or by locking a fitting pattern, then further randomizing the duration, velocity and density values. The pitch range, note length and number of steps can all be customized to create a convenient grid layout for any application. Additionally, Riffer contains some more experimental features to really take unique melody crafting to the next level. One which I find most appealing is the Infinity mode. When enabled, the melody will be repeatedly randomized, generating a new pattern for every user-defined number of loops. There are numerous situations in which I can imagine this being notably useful. During live performance, or when triggering external MIDI devices, for example. Although being an unconventional use case, Riffer proves itself to be an exceptionally competent step sequencer and drum pattern generator, especially when making use of the shuffle parameter to add some swing and humanize patterns. Here I'm using Contact to load an assortment of drum and percussive samples, which are then being triggered by Riffer. After exporting the MIDI information from Riffer, I can edit my pattern in the piano roll, allowing me to get a great balance between the intriguing unpredictability of Riffer and the consistency of traditional programmed MIDI drums. Another creative use of Riffer can be seen when paired with a lesser known logic function, in which a drum loop can be converted into a sampler track by splitting at the loop's transients. The order of the loop can then be completely randomized, as Riffer continually plays different notes, making an entirely new rhythm. Furthermore, Riffer provides an ideal alternative to the primitive MIDI functionality of more traditional, live recording based DAWs such as Pro Tools. In all, the beauty behind Riffer is in its inherent ability to encourage the exploration of unfamiliar melodic and rhythmic styles. It's safe to say that the music you make with Riffer will be unlike anything you've made before. Being one of the most critical elements in modern music mixing, especially when ensuring optimal listening experience across a vast range of playback devices, there are no shortage of great saturation plugins. As a result, producing a standout option requires both exceptional sounding saturation and valuable additional features, to which Noise Ash's Heater excels. Heater presents itself as an intuitive, analog modelled saturation plugin that also houses parameters for shaping the tonal response and the stereo width of the signal, both of which come in extremely handy. The included tone shaping EQ controls can be made to emulate one of two classic EQ units, helping to add some analog-esque flair to your sound. The additional parameters don't mean it's any more complicated to use over other one-knob designed saturation plugins, however. The whole interface is immaculately arranged, making for really efficient use. Whether it's used on vocals, synths, drums, or pretty much anything else you see fit, you can count on Heater to consistently deliver great sounding results. As always, we end off the video with a short arrangement using each of the aforementioned plugins as a core element to help demonstrate their use in context. Here we're using Simple Concept for some backing synth chords to help our final composition sound fuller. I used Riffer alongside Logic's transient splitting function on a drum loop that I liked the sounds of but wanted to change the pattern of. You can hear that both the density and shuffle options have been made use of to create hat rolls and swing. Heater has also been made use of on multiple tracks, including the synth, vocals and 808 bass to enhance the tone and richness of the mix. Thanks for watching. The link to each plugin's product page can be found in the description. Check back in the next video where we'll be taking a look at some great sample packs.